Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
Hey Lakers, the spring sports season is now kicking off and I got the inside scoop on each sport. Last year, the varsity boys baseball team went 11-11. Now let's hear from Mr. Lillard.
Every new season brings a new team, some new identities, new characters, new players. We do have a lot of young kids this year, so our season is kind of dependent on how a lot of those newcomers and young freshmen and sophomores develop. Some of those are going to be asked to be varsity contenders this year, and we'll see how they develop. It starts with Jackson Snipes on the mound. He's worked really, really hard in the offseason. We've got to find ways to hit. Lane Kipker's been working hard in the offseason as well. Chance Persinger. We've got some guys that are working really hard to be in that varsity lineup, but we'll see what happens once the season. We have some injuries. 3 of our probably better players on the varsity team, or what we thought were going to be varsity players, have come up with injuries. We're not really sure how those are going to pan out this year. Cooper Hall, Tyler Tidwell, Aaron Rapp. When there's injuries, because injuries are part of athletics, we need somebody else to fill in the void that those 3 big bats and defensive players are going to leave. So again, I'm hoping on younger guys that are in our program that are competing for varsity spots. They develop quickly and are ready for the varsity sport.
Favorite thing about baseball is having like a good group of guys and getting close with everyone, and our team goal would probably be to win the CBC.
The Indian Lake girls softball team went 16-9. Now let's see what John Stahl has to say.
And the outlook for the season is promising. We will be very young this year. A good group of young players along with some seasoned veterans this year. I think we should be able to contend for a league title. Performers are probably those freshmen from last year, some of the seniors that we have also. Bree, Izzy, Kit, Riley. Those were my 4 freshmen that were starters last year. We still have Annie and Kylie Howdy, you, Billy. We're gonna have a mix of a little bit of everybody, so very promising season. We got a new coach this year, Coach Dan Zediker. A new freshman coming in and some people that haven't played in a couple years that are back out, like you. So that's interesting. Just looking forward to some warm weather and getting out and playing softball.
I like playing softball because I like making new friends on my travel ball team and playing with old ones. And our team goal this year is to win CBCs and just mash together so that we can be good.
The boys track team looks pretty good this year. We have 35 guys on the roster. We have 13 seniors coming back. The goals for this year are to improve every meet and make a run for the CBC title. Top returners we have coming back this year, we have Gavin Henry in the hurdles. He set the school record last year in the hurdles. And we have Chris Timms in the shot put, who also set the school record as a junior in the shot put. Last weekend, we had 2 kids compete at the indoor state meet, which was Cade Richardson and Aiden Steinball. So we look for big things out of them this year. The new or interesting things we're doing this year is Ben Logan called us about a month ago and said, hey, you want to come over for a relay meet on the first day of the season? So we're going to go to Ben Logan for a relay meet, which, again, all the events are a little bit different than normal, and it'll give us an opportunity to see where we stack up against Ben Logan early on in the season.
Favorite thing about track personally is mainly just the whole environment of it, having everybody watch everybody's events and cheering on everybody. Team goals probably be win CBCs as a team and as an individual.
The thing about track is probably like the meets. The team goal would probably be win the 400 in CBC and win CBC as a team.
So I'm looking forward to this upcoming track season. I think we're going to have 20 athletes. Senior-wise, we got Cambry Warnicki, Addison Beck. Between the two of them, our seniors, we have quite a bit of freshmen, so that's going to be a plus. So hopefully we can build on the amount of freshmen that we have this starting year and add to that each year so we can make our numbers a little bit stronger.
Favorite thing about track is probably just the people you get to meet and just socializing in general. And our team goal for this year is definitely to have higher numbers and to probably do better in CBC. There you go, Lakers. There's our spring sports. Show up and show out.
Lakers, as I'm sure you realized, we have new tables here at the ILHS, and I'm here to tell you about why they were picked, how they were picked, and what we think of them. Let's get this going.
So the new tables have been a work in progress. So that's been one of my goals the last few years was to get the old tables replaced. Just dealing with the chairs separate and the tables every day kind of became cumbersome. It looks a lot neater and cleaner in here, and I think they're a lot easier to use. But I think the Eagles, we donated those to the Eagles. You know, they've donated money to the athletic boosters in the school over the last few years, so we kind of gave back to them a little bit.
But let's hear what you guys think about the tables. What do you think of the new tables?
I hate them.
Why?
Because I'm practically eating on top of people and I have no room to eat. They were chairs and they had backs and I could eat in my own space and not directly beside other people.
We used to have like 16 people at our table and then everybody got separated because there was limited seat. And it used to be really fun.
So far apart from each other and I don't like these seats. They're uncomfortable.
There's also just not enough room.
Yeah.
There's not nearly enough whatsoever. We're all constantly touching elbows and stuff.
Even with the long table.
Why are the new tables bad?
Oh, these new tables are freaking horrible because my back is hurting every day.
Every time someone moves like on the other end of the table, you can feel it.
Why are the old tables better?
More space, backs, things.
Yeah, you have back support with the actual chair.
It was easier to flip them over and fall on your back.
They're a lot easier to put up and a lot easier to sweep around and clean up.
Well, there you have it. People even hate these tables so much, they're leaving their trash on them, making Mike's job harder.
Lakers, there is a bunch of us that walk around these halls too scared to admit their biggest regret or even a regret, period. Do you ever look at someone and wonder what their biggest regret is? Well, I went around and asked some Lakers what their biggest regrets were and seen if they would actually admit it or not. Some people might not have any regrets. However, they might have things that they wish would have gone differently. Let's take a listen to what some of the Lakers had to say.
Dating people in my past.
Certain people I dated.
Dating younger boys.
Dating a senior.
Ghosting people. Freshman year homecoming. I regret obsessing over the same guy for 2 years. The summer going into my sophomore year. The person I went to homecoming with this year.
People, like friends, who I dated.
Not hanging out with the right crowd of people.
Being friends with too many people.
Being friends with certain people.
Being absolutely butt at freaking everything in school.
I kind of wish I tried more sports and stuff, just got more active and did more things.
Not doing in more clubs.
I would have probably taken college classes my whole high school career. That way I could be in line to possibly graduate with my associates.
Not taking shop too.
I regret not taking shop my sophomore year.
Not taking CCP classes earlier.
I have no regrets.
Some Lakers had very interesting regrets, while others had some that they wish that they would have done differently to better their school or academics. I also asked some fellow adults from Indian Lake to see what their biggest regrets were, if they had any, while they were in high school. Maybe we can take their wise word and learn from their mistakes of their biggest regrets and not do the same things they did.
I regret not taking some of my classes seriously. Accounting, for one, I was a softball player and I kind of let that slide to a B- my senior year. So for all you seniors, you need to stick to your studies and focus.
Something I would have done differently in high school was not going to a party where people were drinking, because it did not end well for me, and I was benched from the cheerleading squad, which was the right thing to do. I would not have been in places I shouldn't have been without my parents' knowledge, because it was unsafe.
Join as many things as you can join.
I would have become more involved sooner.
There you have it, Lakers. There are some of your fellow classmates and some of your teachers that shared what they wish they would have done differently in high school. I hope that you can learn from this and take this as motivation to do some things differently before it's too late. You are only in high school for 4 years, Lakers. Make the most of it in the best way that you possibly can. Hopefully, leaving with the least amount of regrets possible.